Ankurji, can you please switch off the background music?
Yeah. All right. Namaste. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining today's webinar on Swasthavritta, Ayurveda for daily wellness. Our faculty is Vaidya Vandana Baranwal, joining from Ohio. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. Let me give a little background on today's topic and then introduce Vaidya Vandanaji shortly. Vijay Kane from Houston, thank you for joining. Prabhat from Minneapolis, glad to have you with us. So in today's webinar, we're going to get into Swasthavritta, which is Ayurveda for daily wellness, and you may be looking for simple, time-tested ways that boost energy, improve digestion, help you sleep better, live more mindfully. These are things that are on the top of my head. I was just coming in here, in the morning. It's 9 a.m. over here. Should I be drinking coffee? We're having a webinar on Ayurveda. What is in the daily routine, and how do we explore how ancient Ayurvedic practices can help you build a healthier, more balanced lifestyle right from your own home. So we're going to talk about the course where we go into a lot more detail. But in this webinar, we're going to try to bring you the wisdom of Ayurveda, just some outline on how you can bring it into your daily routine. So some of the foundational concepts and principles we're going to go over at least a little bit is doshas, the Vata, Pitta, Kapha. I'm a Vata. I don't know. I know this a little bit. I know I was assessed as that. Agni-Ama, the digestive fire and toxins, and how that all influences your well-being, how to align your lifestyle with your unique body, mind, constitution. And this is one of those principles that I know and I've really absorbed and think Ayurveda is so powerful is because we recognize there are so many different people that are unique. Everything is not good for everyone, but something will work for you if you take the time, learn, and apply these practices and principles. So glad to be doing this webinar today on the daily principles of Ayurveda, how to incorporate that into your life. So now let me introduce our esteemed speaker, Vaidya Vandana Baranwal, a highly respected doctor of Ayurveda with a distinguished focus on women's health specifically. She holds an MD in Ayurvedic Prasuti Tantra and Sri Yoga PTSR from the renowned Faculty of Ayurveda at the Institute of Medical Sciences, Banaras Hindu University, BHU. Before relocating to the United States, she served as a professor at SDM College of Ayurveda in Karnataka in India. She's got nearly 30 years of clinical and academic experience, over a decade practicing in the US. She's the founder of Ayurveda LLC. It's a women wellness solutions. And she's been doing this across her work, right? Championing holistic Ayurvedic approaches to support women's health and well-being. She's originally from Varanasi. Dr. Burnwell brings a rich background in Vedic traditions, yoga, and astrology, which beautifully complements her integrative healing practice. She's also the co-author of two respected books on women's health, Stri Roga Vimarsha and Prasuti Tantra Sandarshini. Should have practiced that earlier, and serves as a staff editor for the Ayurveda Journal of Health, published by the University of Massachusetts. She's currently based in Plain City, Ohio. She's the founder and president of the Ayurveda Association of Ohio, a nonprofit organization committed to advancing Ayurveda education and awareness. She teaches Ayurveda at the Integrative Health Center at the Wexner Medical Center, Ohio State University, as well as at Hindu University of America and other institutions. She's happy to share her knowledge, and this is a great opportunity we have with her today on today's webinar. So thank you. I know we don't welcome appropriately on webinars, but thank you. And please, I'll hand it over to Vandanaji to get her presentation started. In the meantime, fill out the poll. Let us know where you're joining in from. Put your questions in the Q&A box. We'll looking forward to a great webinar. Vandanaji, to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Ankurji, thank you very much. And namaste, everyone. Ankurji introduced me in detail. And thankful for it, for his time. taking time to introduce me, but it is important to know the teacher who is offering the course. So I appreciate that. Taking the time and going into the details, it helps people connect. And I welcome you all to the presentation. And this presentation is a pre-course presentation where I am going to talk about my new course that I will be offering. So as you saw from my profile or introduction, that I am an Ayurveda doctor, Ayurvedic person. Growing up in India, in Banaras, I have studied Ayurveda by choice. And I believe that this is the science, the knowledge, the wisdom, however you want to frame it into words. It is beyond that. Everybody should know and incorporate in their life. And keeping that in mind, I am offering this course titled as Swasthavritta, Ayurveda for Daily Wellness. So I will be sharing the details of this course and I would like to share my slides and I will just go, give me a second to share my slides where it
Yeah, and
is.
I'll just share the poll results while you do that. A few first timers, regulars, and attended before. Thank you for joining. A lot of people have taken a course at HUA. 8 people enrolled in programs. The 10 of you considering, I hope you consider this course heavily, and thank you for joining.
Yes, hang on with me till the end today, and I'm sure you will be convinced enough to join this course. This is for everyone. So I hope you can see my screen. The course is titled as Swasthavritta Ayurveda for Daily Wellness. It is a very simple course, 11-week course, and it is for everyone. No prior knowledge of Ayurveda, no prior knowledge of Sanskrit is required. If we have to frame in word, I can say that it is for beginners who have thought about Ayurveda and have not known how I can learn, how I can incorporate in my practice, where what is my starting point. So I'm telling you, this is your course, not just for you. If you know any of your friends, family who can benefit from it, please share with them. I am going to present it in the most simplified way where everyone can learn and connect with it and practically be able to practice it every day. In 11 weeks, where one class will be every week, we will be learning about the fundamental principles on which the practice of Ayurveda is based. So, Ayurveda, like Ankurji was saying, wisdom, time tested. So, what does this time tested means? This time tested means, for Ayurveda, it holds so true. This time tested in reference to Ayurveda means that this science has been given by our ancient sages or rishis, and we call them, the Sanskrit word is apt. Ayurveda is also called as aptopadesh, upadesh of the apt. This Sanskrit word apt means that these teachers were free from the worldly desires. They gave it for the benefit of mankind. And since it was given, systematically, you know that India has been invaded, first Mughals and then British Empire. And continuously, our indigenous knowledge or knowledge systems has been destroyed. You would be surprised to learn that from 1835 to 1936, practice of Ayurveda was illegal in Bharat. British Empire has made its teaching and practice illegal for 100 years. Any knowledge will die if it is really not true knowledge that is aligned with the uh, energies of this universe. So, Ayurveda has truly withstood the test of time. And here today, sitting in America, I am going to talk about Ayurveda and Ayurvedic lifestyle through this course. And if you want to understand what this course brings, what you will learn in this course. So, just to summarize, I will go into the details, what you will learn in each class. Just as overview of what this course brings is, this is going to bring the fundamental principles of Ayurveda, Ayurvedic fundamental principles come from Shaddarshan, Sankhya, Nyaya, Vaisheshik, Yog, Mimamsa, and Vedanta. They are not just that sages thought and gave. This is time tested and proven that what it teaches holds true. So, those fundamental principles on which the practice is based, it is important to understand, because when you practice something, it comes to your mind. Why I am doing this? Ayurveda describes it why we are doing it. It is just that this is a different kind of science. This science is based on Shaddarshan, but there is always a reason behind why I am doing this. Ayurveda says wake up early. Everybody should wake up early before sunrise. So you think, why I have to wake up early? So there is a reason, and we will talk about that in the course. So all the basic principles on which these practices are based, we will talk about that, like Panchamahabhut, doshas, prakriti, Agni, Ama, and then we will talk about the it's all these principles, how they apply to everyday life, and that would be in the terms of dinacharya. We change our dinacharya. Dinacharya is daily routine. We change our dinacharya based on the seasons. That is called ritucharya. So we will also learn in this course about ritucharya. In Ayurveda, the two goals of Ayurveda that Ayurvedic texts described. See, in Ayurveda, Charak Samhita is considered as the most authoritative text of medicine. It says, what is the goal of Ayurveda? It says that Swasthasya Swastharakshanam Aturasya Vikar Prashamnam Cha. Protect the health of the healthy. When someone falls sick, then we offer therapeutics and management for that. So this Swasthasya Swastharakshanam is seen as a preventative aspect of medicine. And in that comes Ahar and Vihar. So Vihar is our daily routine and lifestyle. And Ahar is food and eating guidelines. This is ahar, that is food that we choose to eat. But Ayurveda takes it one notch above. It also teaches us about ahar pravicharana. That means how this food has been cooked, where it comes from, what is the best time to eat, how much to eat, when not to eat, what are the food combinations, how do we feel after eating this food. So this all comes under the ahar. So we will learn about the vihar, dincharya, and ritucharya. We will also learn about the ahar. So uh, not just food, but the concept of digestion in Ayurveda, Agni, and when food is not digested well, then what toxins are formed are called Ama. So we will learn about Agni and Ama, gut health. While following ahar and vihar, it may happen that body which is in dynamic state, we may still accumulate some toxins and fall sick. So, as a preventative aspect, Ayurveda says that we should do cleansing and detoxification to prevent falling sick. So, in this course, we will also talk about the daily cleansing practices and with Ritucharya, some seasonal cleansing practices. When Ayurveda talks about protecting our health in the preventative aspect, how we can protect our health and enhance well-being, it gives us a concept of ojas, which is vitality, which is roughly compared to ojas is roughly compared to immunity. So we will talk in this course how we can protect our ojas, enhance our ojas, and maintain that for healthy, not just healthy life, but enhanced well-being, to have this resilience in our body when someone falls sick, to come back to good health. So in this course, we will be talking about that ojas and vitality and immunity. And at the end of the course, whatever you have learned, you will learn to integrate into your wellness plan. So when I was saying that we will learn about the Panch Mahabhut, Dosh, and Prakriti, at the time, everybody in the class will get a chance to do their own Prakriti assessment. And while they are learning all these concepts, by the end of the class, they will be able to create a personalized wellness plan. What is the routine that is good for me? What is their age? where they live, what is the profession they are in. Someone might be a housewife, someone might be a school teacher, someone might be an IT professional, someone might be in a traveling job, someone might be in a job where they have to talk too much. So everybody have a different kind of lifestyle which affects the balance of doshas. Every person will be able to understand their prakriti, their work that they do, how it impacts their balance of these doshas and prakriti, and what they can do in everyday life to create or make a plan for protecting the health. So, the objective by the end of the course, what you would be able to learn, you would have a fair idea of the foundational principles of Ayurveda and Swasthavritta. So, what is Swasthavritta? Like I said, Charak Samhita, which is the authoritative text of medicine in Ayurveda, in its Sutra Sthan, fifth chapter, which is titled as Matra Shiti Adhyay, this word Swasthavritta has come. And what it says that Swastha, that you will also learn the definition of Swastha. Uh, Ayurveda says that we are not just our physical body, we are a combination of our mind, body, soul, and senses. शरीर इंद्रिय सत्व आत्म संयोगोधारी जीवितम शरीर इंद्रिय सत्व आत्म. So everybody have their own unique connection with these entities, and based on the composition of five elements and their own prakriti, everybody have their own unique balance, which is swastha. When they are situated in that self in balance, that is the state of swastha or well-being for that person. This is the introduction. I will not go into the details. I'm just giving you a glimpse what you are going to learn. Just the absence of disease is not swastha. When there is a connection within between our mind, body, soul, and senses, where we have a satisfaction and joy of living this life. When we protect our health and age well, that is what you will be learning in this course, because that is what Swasthavritta gives us. This knowledge gives us. So at the end of the course, you will be able to understand this concept of Swasthavritta and live that too. You will be able to learn this Ayurvedic Dincharya, Ritucharya, and Ayurveda says that there are three pillars to our life. This is Ahar, Nidra, and Brahmacharya. So, in this class, along with the Ahar, food, and dietetics, you will also learn about the sleep, rest, how much sleep, how much rest, when, what happens when we go to bed late, when someone does late night, people who have work that demands doing work at the late nights or the whole night, how they can balance, how it affects their behavior, how our senses associate to the objects, how what is the influence of environment on our balance of the doshas. So you will understand these aspects and how to balance. Along with the prakriti, there is this concept of vikriti. Many people you might have come across online. There is so much information about prakriti, and you will also come across these questionnaires which have 20 questions or maybe 30 questions, and people do this assessment, and by this self assessment they would know their prakriti. I always discourage people from doing that. Why? Because sometimes these imbalances have been in our life for such a long time that we understand those imbalances to be our balance, which is Vikriti, and we think that this is normal for me. So, after this class, you would be able to understand what Prakriti is, what Vikriti is, how to differentiate and find out your own Prakriti and differentiate it from imbalance. Along with that, you will learn in Dincharya the self-care tools. You might have come across online again, oil pulling and cleansing and detox. There is so much of misinformation. Everybody who has studied 50 hours or 500 hours, they are teaching online. So when there is so much information outside, you might feel confused that what is wrong or what is right. But by the end of this course, you would have a fair understanding what the classical text says, what this process is for tongue cleaning or abhyang, that is self body massage or mindful eating, about some herbs or cleansing practices, or herbs or formulations or practices that enhance digestion, or food combinations that are good, food combinations that we should avoid. So these are self-care tools which you will have a fair idea by the end of this course. Along with the Swasthavritta, in the same chapter where Swasthavritta has been described, Ayurveda also talks about Sadvrit, moral codes of conduct, because Ayurveda truly believes that we are part of this universe. Just because we are humans and we can think and we have power to do things, we cannot just misuse everything. We got to respect the self, others. Others include humans, animals, plants, trees, forests, rivers, mountains. So, what should be the code of conduct for this life? Moral code of conduct. What is yours? We have to understand that what is ours we should take, what is not ours we should not take. And we should be free from the greed and jealousy. So while talking about these things, you may think that, wow, these are the things that we need for mental health. So it has already been described in Ayurveda under Sadvrit and Achar Rasayan. So we will be you will be learning, we will be talking about this in the course, and by the end of the course, you will have again knowledge about the Sadvrit and Achar Rasayan. Like I already said, by the end of the course, you will know what is your personalized daily routine, and when you are doing something which is not aligned with your Prakriti, how you can balance that, incorporating yoga practices. Someone wants to do gym, someone wants to do running, someone wants to go hiking. So, for what kind of Prakriti, what kind of physical exercises in the longer term are going to be supportive and protective of their health and enhancing their wellness compared to something that they should avoid. So, by the end of the course, you will understand that also. You will learn to integrate this in whatever you have learned in the class, Ayurvedic principles, in your lifestyle. So, if you want to know more details of what you will learn in each class, is first class would be Introduction to Ayurveda and Swasthavrit. You will learn a little bit of history of Ayurveda, definition of Ayurveda, definition of health in Ayurveda, fundamental principles of Ayurveda, and Swasthavrit. These all will be in the first class. And you will also but in the first class itself, you will learn about the Prakriti and do your Prakriti assessment. The second class would be learning about Dinacharya, the daily routine, the time of waking up, healthy habits for a healthy bowel, for the self hygiene, like snan, that is everyday shower. Should we take shower in the morning or the evening? Why it is important to take shower at certain time of the day? What are the times best for eating main meal or for self hygiene? Oiling the hair or not, oiling the body or not, what is the best season to do dry rubbing, Utvartan, or what is the season to use oil for the body massage, Abhyang, how to do oil pulling, Gandush. All these things you will learn in this second class, daily routine. Second class would be Ritucharya. 6 seasons are described in Ayurveda, and through all these seasons, what changes we should make in our diet and lifestyle, you will learn. Then Ahar, the food, everything in Ayurveda is considered made up of 5 elements. Ayurveda says Sarvam Dravyam Panchabhautikam Asminnarthi. Everything that exists in this universe, in this cosmos, is 5 elements, even our food and our body. So, how we understand food in the terms of 5 elements? Ayurveda says that there are Shadaras. These are the sweet, sour, salt, bitter, pungent, and astringent. And this taste classification is actually physiology. We understand it not just by the taste that we experience by putting that food on our tongue, but the concept of taste is how this taste affects our physiology and how we can use it for therapeutics. So you will understand how to create a balanced meal for a certain kind of prakriti. You will learn about the food combinations. Ayurveda have given the concept of Viruddha Ahar, that certain food combinations we should absolutely avoid. Certain combinations can be practiced in certain seasons, and certain combinations are good for all seasons, for everyone. You will learn in this, and Ahar Pravicharna, like I said, uh, eating guidelines for eating food, supportive to digestion, and gut health is integral part. Ayurveda says that rogaha sarve api mande agno. When our digestive strength is compromised, according to Ayurveda, that is the root cause of diseases. So when you are learning a course of Swasthavritta, it is very important to learn about the gut health. So we will learn about the Agni-Ama, how Prakriti influences digestive strength, who have the more potential to create these digestive toxins in the body compared to some other people, and how we can prevent. So body sends subtle signals and gives us a chance to protect and prevent diseases, protect our health and prevent diseases. So you will learn about those subtle signals when toxin starts accumulating in our body, and you will learn in this class how to not just prevent, but if ama has formed, what we can do to cleanse ourselves, the system. And we will learn in the sixth class about rest and sleep. There is a concept, or there is an understanding that everybody should get 8 hours of sleep, or certain hours of sleep. Ayurveda talks about the sleep in a very different way. In this class, we will learn about that. And people who are unable to get good sleep without any reasons, it happens that through the life that they have lived, that they have created some imbalance, that they naturally are not able to fall asleep, or they are waking up at the midnight, or they are sleeping but are not waking up feeling rested. So what we can do from evening to create a lifestyle, make changes, or can we have a sleep routine to enhance the quality of the sleep? So you will learn in this class not just about the sleep, but the things that cause, or the habits, or the foods, or the accumulated toxins that can disturb sleep, and how to manage that. Exercise, which is considered very important, not just in modern medicine, but Ayurveda has always given it importance. And the Sanskrit term for it is vyayam. How much vyayam we should do? What is appropriate? Is it in time? Is it experiencing? Is it sweating? Is it the increase of the heart rate? So you will learn in this class what is the appropriate exercise, vyayam. What time of the day is suitable to do? Many people, like people who are working in offices, they find it very convenient to stop in gym and do their workout in the evening and come. Is it the right practice? Are they doing the right thing? You will find the answers in this class. You will not just find answers for yourself. This is general knowledge about exercise that you would be able to help other members of your family as well. And sadvrit and mental hygiene. So Ayurveda says that we are psychosomatic being. Our physical uh, suffering affects our mind, man, and if there is something that is tormenting our mind, it will affect our body. So now, say for digestion, now the modern science in past few decades have started recognizing that digestion is a psychosomatic process. But Ayurveda says that we are psychosomatic being, and it takes it to another level by saying that our senses play important role. So uh, I get asked these many times, what to do when I want to eat sweets so much. It is very hard to stop. Or I like this food because of my this problem I cannot eat. How to control myself? So Ayurveda has talked about the general causes of diseases in the terms of काल परिणाम, prajnaparad, asatmendriyarth sanyog. When we understand these concepts and when we do certain things and we understand how it will affect our body, then it is easy to control or fall or create new habits compared to when we do not have this information. Just because you are told to do it, you may not be able to follow. But when you are explained why you should be doing this and how it will impact, then you are more motivated to follow those things. So we will be talking about Sadvrit and Pragyaparad, about mental well-being in this class. Living this life disease free may not make you very happy. You may not get the satisfaction of living this life. Or maybe you are not aging well. But when a person is mentally strong, they would be making right choices. It brings a satisfaction and joy, not to the life only, but it also helps them age well. So, week 8 would be learning all about these things and Ayurvedic detox and cleansing. Our body accumulates ama, mental ama in the body. You will learn daily cleansing practices and certain practices that we should be doing during certain seasons. So, this class will be dedicated to learning cleansing rituals. In the week 10, we will learn about ojas. Ojas is unique concept of Ayurveda. And actually, ojas we create from the food that we eat. The food that we eat, it makes ahar ras. From that ras, through a 7-step process, ras, rak, mans, med, asti, majja, shukr. The essence of the shukr is ojas. So in this class, you will learn how ojas can be maintained, how you can enhance the ojas, and what are certain food, herbs, and practices that helps build ojas and strengthen immunity. And week 11, whatever you have learned, you will learn to integrate it and personalize it and have a discussion in the class that how see at certain age what you do, someone in what they are doing in their 25 or 30s will not hold correct in their 60s, because you will learn in this class that this doshas that we talk about, vata, pitta, and kapha, during young age kapha is naturally dominant, during middle age pitta is naturally dominant, and during old age vata is naturally dominant. So all those certain things are done according to the prakriti, but we need to change certain things through the age. So we need to change certain things with the changing season. Most of you might have been born in India. Now you have migrated to the US. Someone who is in Colorado, or someone who is in Alaska, or someone who is in, say, New Jersey, New York, or Ohio. When they move from one place to another, what changes they need to make. So you will learn, because this body is in dynamic state and so is our environment. What you have learned with this changing dynamics, you would be able to apply your knowledge and maintain your well-being by bringing these changes. So you will find this course really very helpful. And it is not just classroom teaching. In the class, there would be a talk on the subject I will be teaching, but it will be also supported by reading materials, reference books, published papers, and I will also share resources that can enhance your learning. You can go and explore. Everybody have different purpose. Some people have little time. So some people have time to research, or due to various reasons people join classes, so they will get all these resources. You can gather it now, you can use it later also. But if you come to the class, the teaching in the class and discussion will be very helpful. And there would be homeworks and assignments. And these are not like you have to do academic work. There would be things like do it yourself activities that you can actually do and experience and come back and share in the class. And there would be assessments, there would be a midterm assessment after fourth or fifth class, and there would be a final assessment. If you want the certificate after the course, you have to attend the classes, you have to complete your assessments and submit it, and it will be graded. So I am hoping that those of you who will join the class would want to have this certificate and talk to people like, yes, I have done this certification from Hindu University of America. And people who are interested in consultation and one-on-one for a personalized wellness plan, there are means that we at Hindu University of America have various faculties that can help with that. There are retreats and there are other teachers where they are, we can connect with them and they can have that also. So what makes this course valuable? You might think that, well, this is so much available out there. What is important is that in this course, you can trust what is shared is authentic. I will teach not what is my opinion. Of course, I have been practicing for 30 years, and like Ankuti said, for a decade in this country. My experience, my experiences will influence it, but information will be not my opinion, but it will come to you with direct reference from the text that in this chapter, this verse says this. And we will discuss on that. So you will not get diluted knowledge. You will not get to know what is in trend, or you will not get a knowledge that is kind of someone just said that. It is coming directly to you from the authentic classical texts of Ayurveda. So Ayurvedic text, I mentioned Charak Samhita, but there is Shushruta Samhita and Ashtang Sangraha, Ashtang Hridaya. There are many texts. So whatever you will learn, it will be directly what is taught in the text and not something diluted version. And what makes this course valuable is, although it is the knowledge from the text, but it would be simplified for everyone to understand. You will be guided step by step in a very practical way. This course is valuable because for a long time you have been thinking something needs to be done for self-care, for personal hygiene, for well-being. You might have been thinking of Ayurveda. Ayurveda is becoming very popular these days, but you might not have an idea what you can do. So this Swasthavritta is actually when people say that Ayurveda helps you protect your health, Ayurveda helps is a preventative medicine, you do not know where to start. I'm telling you today, this is Swasthavrit, which is the starting point, daily care, coming from directly how it has been described in the text, will help you start in this science of preventative and protective medicine. You will also learn that Ayurveda is personalized medicine. Uh, Ayurveda is personalized medicine, and past few decades, a new term has come which is called Ayurgenomics. Uh, Many of you might have heard, or you may not have heard, but Ayurveda is actually personalized medicine. And the beauty is that it also helps predict that certain mind and body type of person, like Kapha, people are more prone to suffer from diabetes or obesity or hypothyroidism or PCOS. Pitta people are more prone to suffer from GERD, acidic reflux, or ulcerative colitis, or inflammatory disorder. Vata people are more prone to suffer from various kinds of pain, say migraine or headache, or arthritis or osteoarthritis, or for women with dysmenorrhea. So Ayurveda is personalized. At the same time, it is predictive also. When you learn this Swasthavit course, it will help you understand all this. Set your life goals for your life. Understand what your personalized lifestyle should be, what diseases you are prone to suffer, and what steps you should take. So this is now your time to choose this course, and it is holistic in true sense, mind, body, soul, senses. It is holistic in true sense that yat pinde tat brahmande. We are part of this whole. So these are not just principles, but in this class you will learn to connect with that. That how, when we say yat pinde tat brahmande, how you connect to this whole universe just by doing and following Ayurvedic daily routine. So I will just move this. Why take this course? Now you have enough information about this course, and I guess, and I'm hoping that you can see how the class might be when I'm talking, who your teacher is. It is not just degree, it is not just my qualification or my CV that you have to read. When I'm here, you can ask me direct question after I'm done doing this presentation and interact with me to see whether I'm the teacher for you or not, whether you should join this course or not. You want to live a healthy life? If you do not know where to start, this is your time to take that first step, register for this class, and start working on your good health, well being. And why the course on Swasthavritta? You might think that, well, I can do any other course. But Swasthavrit is the starting point because I was telling you that Swasthavrit, the difference is in Charak Samhita, 5th chapter, Matrashiti Adhyay. And the chapter is concluded in the Upsanghar. What the Maharshi sage says that this Swasthavrit is not just for hygiene. It is not just to protect good health, but it also helps you look good, enhances self value and your image in society. When you follow Swasthavrit, it helps you live this life with this satisfaction and joy. You age well. It helps in positive and productive image building, and it helps you fulfill the purpose of life. These are not my thoughts. This is said at the end of the chapter. What you will get by practicing Swasthavrit. So, if you really want to achieve all these things in this life, this is your time to come to this course. So, with this, I will end my presentation and stop sharing and open the session for QA. Ankurji, you can moderate, and I would be very happy to answer any questions that anybody might have.
Wow, that was amazing, and I really liked how you went through it class by class, and each class itself seems like each one hour, 1.5 hour session seems like it could be a whole class. But again, this is your daily wellness, so it's there's a lot in there. So I have a Hindu temple. I don't know what your actual name is, but you've raised your hand. I can allow you to speak and ask your question. Just wait 1 second on that. I've launched the poll. Please let us know if you're interested in the course. I put the details of the course in the chat as well. There are no age brackets. As long as you are, I think the youngest we've had is like 12, but the upper age, as long as you're comfortable with the computer and you can get on, or if somebody else can do that. Vandanaji, why don't you talk about age and how you cater this personalized wellness plan and how age plays into it and the range on that? Because I know it's a pressing concern and
Sure, I will answer to that, but I was also reading to the questions. Some of the questions are about what textbook will be used and what is the course cost. So, cost you can answer to that, and the other two I will answer. So, first is how I cater to the age. All age groups are welcome, and this knowledge will help them because we live in family. We are not individuals living in isolation, we live in family. So the knowledge is created in such a way that if mother is coming to the class, she will be able to understand the concept and apply it to the whole family, for elder members of the family and for the kids. This knowledge is not something written on stone that this is fixed, but this is not just information. This is knowledge and wisdom. Why it is called wisdom? Because it brings you an understanding to be able to apply what you have learned in the class. When I'm talking about, say, one example, food, how to create a balancing meal with the six taste. So there is a kid in the house, there is a adult in the house, there is an elderly in the house, there is a working person in the house, someone who needs do muscle building and going to the gym. A family might have all these things. So how with all these things we can cater with this one? This is what you will learn in the class. This is knowledge. You will be able to apply it. The
Nice.
same meal, how it can be balancing for the whole family. So do not hesitate. Come to the class and you will learn. It's
Yeah.
wisdom.
That's so amazing. And the way that you're taking it from all these different angles and ages and individuals can apply it to themselves and their family. I'm feeling it for myself. I think I'm going to enroll in this course. Um,
And I will answer one question that I just read is about the text. So I will not be following one textbook. I will be following classical Ayurvedic text and information will be given to you. Reference books will be there that these are the books. If you are interested to learn more, you can. But those who will come to the class will get enough information, handouts that they will not need for the in a general way. Everything will be provided, but I will be following classical Ayurvedic text and not one textbook. Is it making sense?
And all of that will be made available on the learning management system. If you haven't
Yes.
taken any course at HUA, please do. This seems like a great one. If you've been wondering about Ayurveda, this is a great introductory class, and everything will be made available. You can click the link and open the document, and Vandanaji is curating that information week by week, the Zoom link, the recordings. People were asking if you miss a course or even up to three, you can get the recording and catch up. There's 11 courses, so you don't want to miss you know, a lot of them, but one or two, because it is going to be on every Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern to 10 p.m. It's going to start July 18th. It's a $300 course. That means it's 1.5 units, which means about an hour and a half a week, plus the hour and a half on your own time if you want to read and study and actually get into the material. So please let us know. The poll is up. So Dharmeshji, attendance is definitely a part of it. If you're gonna miss every class, I don't think it's gonna be so great. But if you missed a few, like it was Priyaji who says maybe she might miss three of the courses, that could work out potentially. Ravi Khannaji, awesome to have you on as the Hindu temple from I think it's Ohio, right? Raviji, if you want to unmute and your question, yes, this is a part of CPHS, the certificate program in Hindu studies. This will count as probably one of the elective kind of courses. But as we continue to
Okay.
add new courses and build that, we're trying to make sure most of these kinds of courses count towards that certificate program in Hindu studies.
Is it elective
Raviji?
or is it part of the course? Is it elective only or is it part of the course also? I mean,
The
CPHS.
core. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to look into it. Maybe it could be moved into the core. Do you know Vandanaji?
Yeah,
Even
there
I
are
do not
some.
have an idea. This is, I'm offering for the first time this course. I taught women health, but this course I do not have an idea. We have noted this question. I guess this is Ravi Khannaji's. It was very
Yes.
nice meeting you recently.
Yeah, nice meeting
Namaste.
you. Sure.
Yes, and thank you for joining this webinar. You- We have noted the question, and I will make sure that I myself or Ankurji we will get back to you with this.
Okay. Or I will check with Devika or Pragya, one of them. Yeah, may
Yeah.
know.
I'm sorry, I do not have this information. I didn't
No
check.
problem. No problem. I'll check. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Ravi Ji, for being on and being a student at HUA and have taken so many courses. He knows the Devika Ji and Kushbu Ji and Pragya Ji on the back end are student counselors. So it's
Thank you.
great. Thank you, Ravi Ji. Um, so yeah, this is the first time we're offering this course. But as HUA, and this was another question, what are we doing to mainstream Ayurveda? How are we going to make sure it stays Hindu? How are we going to get, and there's levels and layers to this question. Um, and so we're going to continue to offer courses, grow them out, see what people are interested in. So Shashiji is saying they were interested in the advanced nutrition course. And so that's Dr. Rupali Panse, and her focus is on the diet aspect of it, right? And so as Vandanaji has gone over, each of these sessions you can get into deeper, but this seems like a great course to bring you into the whole picture. So Shashiji, I think this would be the course. We did do an Ayurveda 101 kind of course that was more at the high academic level and with the history that was with Dr. Mark Halpern and Mahadevanji, but this seems like the course for people who want to use Ayurveda in their daily life, right? That's the title of the course, Swasthavritta. How do you actually incorporate it? And the way that Vandanaji has laid it out week by week, I do think that this could be, should be probably one of the first Ayurveda courses you
So,
take at HUA
Ankuchi, I
session.
would like to add that, like I did with my women health course, the first course is entry level course. Then the second quarter, I will be taking it for advanced level. With this course also, this is entry level course. Those who will be interested, we will in future offer advanced level as well.
Oh, very nice. It makes a lot of sense. So this will be the entry level, and then the next one will be more advanced. So people can take both courses and really hone in, or if they feel like they know a lot, then they can just jump in at the advanced level. Okay. We have a few more questions in the Q&A box. We'll try and take that. But again, please do enroll in the course. The link is in the chat. Um, so Ayurveda and American life, right? How do you fit it in? How do you change your diet, right? The American diet, fast food and hamburgers and pasta and all this pizza, right? How does that fit in and how do you address that? And I know you touched on some of this. Part of it is this discipline and being informed, but please.
Wonderful question, and I would like to answer that. When you learn these principles, you know how to balance this food. Whatever you are eating, how to balance it. You will have this basic knowledge about what is on your plate and how you can make it balancing, whether you are eating pasta. Why we say Ayurveda is time tested? Ayurveda has withstood the test of time because this is knowledge which can be applied to the flow of the time. Things have changed. We do not have the same herbs. Some of the herbs do not have the same potency. With the time, they do not have that kind of a strength. So we adapt to what is now using those principles. So wherever you are, Ayurveda can be practiced in Mexico, in Middle East, or in India, or in the USA. I have been practicing for a decade in this country. So I understand the food habits, lifestyle, and I help people make it balancing for them. It is a principle that is applied no matter where you are or what your age is. I hope it answers your question. Ayurveda doesn't say that you eat Indian food. If you are thinking like that, Indian food is not just eating rice, dal is Ayurveda. You can eat pasta, but you have to understand the food combinations and you can use that. You have to understand the concept of Agni. You have to understand the concept of six taste. You apply that to that food also that is you are going to cook or serve.
Great. We're nearing the top of the hour. I'm going to try and just read the questions and you can decide how you want to take them and decide how long you want to go for. Raji is asking, how does Swasthavritta differ from Dinacharya? They seem quite alike.
Swasthavrit is umbrella term for Dinacharya, Ritucharya. It takes Ahar and Vihar both plus Sadvrit. So Ahar is food, eating guidelines, balanced meals, digestion, everything comes in Ahar. In Vihar comes Dincharya, Ritucharya, and along with that there is Sadvrit for mental well-being. So Dinacharya is a component in Swasthavrit.
Okay. S. Koda is asking, they've heard that the Charaka Samati expounds on medical ethics of a doctor or a healer. Is this like the Hippocratic Oath or is it something different?
You know, Hippocrates came centuries after Charak. So there are guidelines. It says Ayurvedvid, who is Ayurvedvid or Vaidya suitable to treat Raja. There were kingdoms at that time. So Raj Vaidya. There is Prana Bhisar Vaidya, someone who is dying, suffering from incurable diseases. Prana Bhisar, the Vaidya who has the capability to bring the life back to a dying person. So the qualities of each are described, and the ethics and principles of practice has also been described. So there are categories of qualification and competencies and ethics to the practice. This all has been covered. There is not a thing that you will not find described in Ayurvedic text. It is just that even we have limited knowledge. It takes a lifetime or more to learn Ayurveda. One of my teachers used to say that one person who wants to be an expert of Ayurveda should know all the Shad Darshan. Shad Darshan, we cannot finish one darshan in this life. So, all Shad Darshan plus a good Pakashastri and good Sangitagya, because we also have this Nadi Pariksha, Nadi Vigyan. And that sensitivity, someone who plays the instruments and have the knowledge of Sangeet, Nad, and Swar can only understand the Gati of Nadi. So uh, you see in today's world, I'm practicing with what I have learned. I come from Banaras. I have been very fortunate to have my qualification and my education at Banaras Hindu University. At the same time, I have learned with some very good teachers, renowned teachers. They are renowned at global level. I have been very fortunate, but uh, I'm humbled, and I must admit that I know very little. What little I know, I will bring to you. I would not say that I know everything that is in Ayurvedic text, but there is not a thing that has not been described. I do not know, that doesn't mean that it is not in the text.
Great. You kind of went into this earlier, but Dolly is asking, how do these principles support older folks who have multiple risk factors and on medication? So maybe that's an additional part of it, right? How do you integrate this if you're already doing so much allopathy, right? And then that's
So sorry, Ankurji, I didn't get the question. I was reading through the text. I'm sorry.
just to older folks who might have multiple risk factors already on medications, already going through the allopathy. How does this kind of bring them
So general
forward?
principles apply to everyone. There is in Ayurveda, there is Pathya and Apathya, where Ahar is described with the concept in general, which is what is good for Prakriti or a person. Pathya and Apathya are given for every disease. That in this disease, this is the food, and this that is needs to be avoided. So having a fair understanding of Ayurveda would be helpful for a person who is suffering from diabetes or blood pressure, high blood pressure, or obesity, or any kind of disease. General understanding of Ayurveda would be very helpful for people who are suffering from diseases also. And it is like Ayurveda is universal in its approach. When we learn something, it is not we are limited to self, which I said earlier also. We live in families. The knowledge helps us to help others. Maybe a member of your family do not have time, but what you learn in the class, if they are open to, you can share with them and help the whole family.
Yeah, yeah, great. Mukeshji, this course is going to start July 18th. Hopefully you and your family, or at least someone from your family, will be able to attend. I got your follow-up question. We'll ask Jitu thanks for following up there. I'll send you the recording. The recording of this webinar will be available, and we'll send it out to you. Vishnuji is already enrolled in the course. Glad to hear it, Vishnuji. Thank you. In the CPHS program, and Vandanaji mentioned it. She will be offering a follow-up course for at the advanced level for this course. So this is part one, open to everyone, and then the part two will be for advanced folks, probably people who finish this and want to continue. So Vishnuji, you've got your 2-quarter plan already lined up. Great. Last day for registration. Don't wait until the last day. Register now. But probably the course starts July 18th, so July 11th or so, a week before is good to make sure that you get all the details done, you get logged in, you know how the learning management system works. So the course starts July 18th. Please register as soon as you can, but um, mid-July is okay. Lakshmi's asking, what does Ayurveda says about Nirjala upavasa during Ekadashi. Oh, so like the whole, yeah, there's a lot there,
The
right?
concept of fasting is there in Ayurveda. You will learn a little. uh, Fasting is suitable for whom, adequate way of fasting, but not specifically about Nirjala Ekadashi or Tej or like that. But you will have a fair idea about fasting. That is the concept, how it has been described in Ayurveda. And I also saw someone is asking, Mukesh ji is asking how Ayurveda can help cancer patients. So yes, at NCCIM, at NIH, we have this NCCIM complementary, uh, the branch that deals with the alternative and complementary medicine, where Jeffrey White is the director, and he is very much interested in Ayurveda. So lots of work is going on, and yes, Ayurveda can help. Like I mentioned earlier, Charak Samhita says that even if it is not possible to name the disease, if we understand the movement of doshas and dushas, we can help the person. So there is not a state of the body health or disease that Ayurveda cannot address. But cancer has been described as Karkatarbud in Ayurveda. Malignancies have been mentioned. So there is an Ayurvedic approach for that also.
Great. Vijay Kane, friend of HUA from Houston. You've taken several Ayurveda courses. I don't think you've taken one with Vandanaji yet, have you? If you want to give a quick testimonial. Okay, you're unmuted, but we can't hear you. Okay, maybe on your end. Give me a second, I'll let you unmute. But yeah, another Zoom user is asking, we have time and chance to follow up the progress in lifestyle of attendees. At HUA, we do foster a good relationship between our faculty and students, and we are trying to build community and all of that. But, depending on the number of students and all of that, I'm sure Vandanaji will make friends and acquaint with some of the students. But after the course ends, I don't think following up is a part of it. But, I'm sure that we would be happy to hear about it. Vandanaji, you've made lifelong friends.
We
And
treat people as family.
mm,
People who come to my class, we just get connected. And at HUA, we are family. We all understand that. It is not written on paper, but we do care and we do follow up. So for me, it is my second course, and I'm still in touch with the people who were in my first course. So it says it, right? Stay connected.
very nice. Yes. Um, so now we're getting to the end of it. Any thoughts on fasting versus intermittent fasting? We have a whole course. We did a whole course, detox and fasting, where they got into those details and as you did. So I know you mentioned you're going to get into who is it good for, when is it good for, a little bit of the overview of fasting. But what are your thoughts on that specific question from Prabhatji? Thank you for being here.
So Vijay ji has raised his hand. Did we not answer his question?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, now
Yeah.
we can hear you. Go ahead,
Oh,
Vijay
okay,
ji.
okay. Yeah, I was saying something earlier, but you couldn't hear me. So, okay. Namaste, Vandanaji. And yeah, Ankur, I have not taken a course with Vandanaji. Vandanaji, where are you located in Ohio? Because I have a very strong Ohio connection. My in-laws actually moved here from the Toledo area, and they were there for decades.
I am in Plain City. It is close to Columbus, Dublin School
Close to
District,
Columbus. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, I would
Jerome
love to
Township,
connect
Plain
with you a
City,
little bit
Jerome Township.
later. If there are some local contacts I have that I can
Feel
uh,
free to reach out to me.
point them to your direction there. And like I put in the comments, I have taken a few courses in Ayurveda, and I have made a lot of changes in my own lifestyle, and it really works. And it's amazing the difference. And I'm studying a lot of diets and nutrition. From that angle, I've taken Rupali Panse's course, and there are so many things that you can do to get a deeper understanding of what to eat and how to eat. And the Western diets are all counting calories, and I think they are sort of missing the point in a way. And if you combine the ideas from Ayurveda and apply it to Western nutrition, I think it could be a whole lot more effective. See, the concepts of Viruddha Ahar don't exist in Western nutrition. uh, Timings of things, how to combine diets with exercise. So there are so many things that, I was carefully listening to your description of your curriculum, and I think the way uh, you're presenting this. So this recorded version, this is Memorial Day weekend, so a lot of people are on vacation. So as soon as they come back, I'm going to encourage a lot of our local people to listen to the recording and see if I can encourage them to enroll also.
Thank
So
you, Vijay.
hope to connect with you sometime in the future, Vandanaji. Namaste.
Sure, sure.
Great.
I
Thank
look
you,
forward to
Vijayji, for
that.
being on.
And I truly believe that Ayurveda, everybody should follow. You know, it our ancient wisdom, we got disconnected. We need to revive that. This life is precious and that meant to be lived in a meaningful way where we have not just living for health, but the Ayurveda says that what is the purpose of life? Dharmarth kam mokshanam arogyam mulmuttamam. We want this disease-free life, arogya, for dharma, artha, kama, moksha. In a righteous way, we should enjoy this life with earth and calm, but always keep in mind that eventual goal is moksha, to be free from the cycles of life and death. And this is the purpose, the knowledge of Ayurveda was given to this world. The first chapter of Charak Samhita says that there were 72 sages who gathered on the foothills of Himalayas, and they contemplated that people are getting sick, their life span is getting shorter, how we can help. And then this science was given. It is powerful. That's why systematically powers of this world wanted to destroy it. British Empire made it illegal for 100 years. It is powerful. It is now time for us, all of us, to connect to this and live in a better way. Thank you, Vijayji. If you share with them, I would be happy if more people can come.
Nice. So great. So maybe I'll give it back to you for some closing thoughts. Just let me wrap up the last few questions. So the course is going to be uh, Friday nights Eastern, so it's 5 p.m. Pacific, 5:30 p.m. Pacific. So if you're in California, not in the morning, but Friday, 5:30 p.m. California time. It's my pleasure to always host. What a wonderful webinar. I really appreciate how you laid out class by class what you're going to be covering. You gave the high level perspective. And I think a lot of people are interested. If you haven't filled out the poll, just click minimize, maximize, let us know if you can actually enroll in this course, and we'll do the following up and help you get registered for this amazing course. I'm so glad that you're offering this, Vandana ji, and hope this encourages more people to apply Ayurveda in their daily lives, get that stuff going.
Absolutely. I look
Okay.
forward to at least those who have joined will enroll and get benefited from it. Thank you, Ankuji.
Okay, thank you. Anything last thoughts that you like to leave our audience with or close with?
Yes, this is the time. Do not procrastinate and do not think. In Ayurveda, time is considered God. Charak Samhita says, again I quote from Charak Samhita, Kalo hi nam Bhagwan Devata. Time is God. The time that you miss, this is something most precious. We cannot get it back. Even when we started this presentation, we cannot go back in time. It always moves forward. And this body is called sharir. Shiryate iti shariram. Every second, every churn, shiryate, chaya is happening. So now is the time to learn Ayurveda, protect your good health, maintain good health, enhance well-being, learn Ayurveda to live a better life. This human form is precious, and you will get to learn from me. I am endorsing myself that because you see, there are so many people offering Ayurveda these days, creating confusion because they are not actually bringing it from authentic text. It is very important at HUA to share with our community authentic knowledge that is coming from classical text. You can say from confidence, I have learned at HUA, where you get this in an academic way from the classical text. From a classically trained teacher, I have BMS and MD from India. I was professor, I'm a published author. Teaching you this course, and I am inviting you to join. You will be benefited. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining, giving me this opportunity to share with you.
Thank you. Dhanyawad. Namaste, everyone. Goodbye.